Vish, tell everyone your honest assessment of Trey Lance from this game.
I thought he was really good. I thought he was really good. At first, when I first watched it live, and I didn't want to tweet during this game, because I didn't want to go through the emotional roller coaster on Twitter that this game was going to give me. And at first, I made the mistake of going through the fan emotional roller coaster. My takeaway after the game was he played really well the second half, but he didn't play that well in the first half. Well, I
Yep.
went back and rewatched it like an hour ago, and I was wrong. He played
Mhm.
really well throughout this game, really. He had, if you go back and look at the first half, right? And I thought it's really the play caller, Kyle Shanahan, gaining confidence that enhanced him to play
Yeah.
better from a numbers perspective and a drive successfulness perspective. Because really, if you go back and look, the first part of the game, right? The first drive, they don't throw the ball at all. It looks a lot like the Arizona game. He's in the pistol. They're running some read option, zone read plays, and all of that. And then you move on. The second drive, they have him drop back out of the end zone, and the first throw he makes was was looking left, and then he comes back, basically escaping the pocket, scrambles with ease, and throws a really, really good ball for 12 yards to Brandon Ayuk near the right sideline. And then
Mhm.
he followed that up with the throw to Sherfield, which was their classic bootleg play, where Kittle kind of leaks out the backside, and they just try to get it to him, and it's an extension of their run game. Usually, it picks up 10 to 12 yards because Kittle is so good after the catch. Well, the safety actually comes down on Kittle and is all over it, and flips his hips with the man in his face and finds Sherfield and
Yeah.
absolutely rips it to him. That was a great throw too. I thought that was one of his best throws of the game. So
Yeah.
overall, I thought he played really, really well throughout the game. Even the interception, I don't mind the decision so much. I saw people saying
He
Debo
defended
was
it.
coming open during over the middle of the
Yeah.
field, and I heard him say it was risk cover two. I haven't seen the all 22 of it, but I mean, it looked like cover two with where the safety was positioned in the corner, who was playing underneath and was picking it off. But with a quarterback with his arm, that's a whole shot that he probably thinks he can make, and I like the
That's what he said.
confidence of him throwing that ball.
He's like, "I shoulda hit that throw. Like, a better throw. I just shoulda hit that throw." I mean,
Yeah,
he's like, I don't mind my decision throwing that. I just underthrew it. I short armed it."
yeah.
Yeah.
I really, really,
Yeah.
Grant, I thought he was really, really good, like,
Yeah.
really, really good. I thought Kyle
Especially
Shanahan.
considering it was his second career start. I know you
Yeah,
don't necessarily need to grade on a curve, but it's an impressive second start.
and look, and obviously Houston is not that great of a football team, but I don't know, given the lens of expectations, and I understand Kyle Shanahan was absolutely outstanding in this game. The run game was working on all levels. The play action pass was really, really, he was scheming it open up, and it was open down the field. But even with that, given what he was asked to do, I don't know if he could have really played much better in this game. I mean, his accuracy, or his consistency with his accuracy sometimes can come and go, and we've seen the worst of it during the preseason and during
Yeah.
his first couple of starts. In this game, I mean, sure, he was imprecise at some times where the ball was a little low, a little high, but overall, I thought he was on the money. He played with amazing amount of confidence. He was amazingly poised. He stood in the pocket, really confident. He looked in
How about
total
that
control of.
how about that throw to Ayuk over the middle on the quick slant
Oh,
for
that was a rocket.
it was like between 3 defenders,
Yeah,
a rocket, quick release. That was one of his better throws.
I thought the one he threw earlier, the Debo's first catch, the slant
Yes.
for 7 yards.
Those are
You
2
can't
of
even
his.
see the ball moving, and he puts it right on his chest. I mean,
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo sometimes is, even though the quick game is his strength, is imprecise. I thought he put both those slants right on their chest. You couldn't have put a better ball.
And you were thinking like I was thinking like with Lance, the quick game would be his weakest attribute. But if that's his weakest attribute, he could be a really good quarterback because I really liked what I saw from him in the play action game. The way he kind of like accelerates out of the pocket on the pocket movement stuff is cool. He has a really strong arm. He's aggressive throwing down the field. Um, I still feel like he hasn't quite fully untapped his potential as a runner, but he clearly a pass first quarterback. I think he
Yeah,
wants to show that he's a pass first
yeah.
quarterback, but I think he can do more damage with his legs when he gets a feel for like the pace of the game, the speed of the game.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's
Yeah,
really been his biggest adjustment. Because if you go back and watch the Cardinals game, right, he's not fully adjusted to the speed and the speed of
right.
his decision making, but you can see that he kind of has an idea of what
Yeah.
decisions he should make, which is a really big positive. And like you mentioned, everything. I agree with all of that. I thought, he played really, really well. Really, I can't say anything other than that, honestly.
So we missed a $50 comment from Jody. Says my favorite duo. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Jody. Jody Moore. I'm a big Lance fan. Nevertheless, it's obvious that Kyle kept it simple for Lance going up against an inferior team. The Rams ain't no Texans. Will the same plan work against a team like the Rams? To me, the answer is no. What the 49ers did against the Texans is not enough. They're going to need more offense. They had 3 points in the first half, 20 in the second half. That's great. But we're going to talk about the 3 points in the first half. Someone has to be responsible for that, and they have to improve. It's not enough, I don't think.
No, I think it's enough actually.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that if you look at the
Okay.
way this defense has played against the Rams offense,
That's true.
they're all over
That's
McVay's
true.
offense. They need to play a clean game on offense the exact way they did. They had really one moment, and that was the Lance interception. It wasn't really one of those back-breaking, sudden change situations where, the offense is moving the ball. He took a shot down the field. You prefer those interceptions rather than a first down drop back from your own side of the field, and he throws the ball straight to a linebacker at 8 yards down the field, and now your defense has to try and hold them to a field goal. You prefer, in my opinion, there is a difference between the interceptions quarterbacks throw. I didn't think that was the world's worst interception. And then the other thing I'll say is
Real quick, I just
this
expect
exact
the Ram just real quick. I just expect the Rams to respond and actually have some offense against the Niners for the first time in a long time because they're they're a good team. They're due, and Odell Beckham is actually like on the team now as opposed to the last time they played the Niners. Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead. I just
no,
want to say that before I forgot. Yeah,
you are right about that.
yeah.
I agree with that, but I
But the
do
Niners
think
defense
this
is playing really well right now.
That's what
It
I
is.
wanted to
It is.
say, right?
It is.
And I
It
think
is.
this is a plan moving forward. And I think what happened against the Texans, especially in the second half yesterday, is what you and I and a lot of people imagined. Now, I wasn't the highest person on Trey Lance before the draft, but once the Niners drafted him, I got on the wave because what he did yesterday is
Yeah.
exactly who he was in college. He was efficient in the quick game. He didn't really turn the football over or put the ball in harm's way. He
Play action.
took what was available. He's excellent in play action. He's a very good runner. You
Yeah.
can run the football with him because he's comfortable under center and handing the
Yeah.
ball off and those kinds of things. So he has reps doing all of those things, and I think it is a very big plan for success moving forward. I don't envision him honestly ever as a quarterback. Maybe he'll become this year 6, year 7, but even next year when he's the full time starter, I don't expect the Niners to be throwing the ball 35 times. But if they could throw the ball 25 times efficiently, have him run the ball 8 times, play really good defense, and play the full scope of complementary football, and he can play as efficiently and confidently as he played yesterday, they can beat anybody with this style.